All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes. Loud and clearly. Hi, everybody. Ethan here from Investing Note. Welcome to our index trading rally. Right. We are in the third week of the S&P 500. Okay. All right. So we today we have a special guest. It's none other than our veteran community member and retail trader, Lyn Nakamori. Lyn, you want to say hi?
Hello.
Okay, so just let me share my screen and show you what the index trading rally is all about. I think for the benefit of the people who have not seen or heard of what the index trading rally is actually our ongoing online event from the 5th of September, start up from the 5th of September, it's going to end on the 30th of September. So we're giving out up to $5,000 worth of prizes, okay, including a Samsung Galaxy Fold 4, right? The brand new one, right? It costs $2,400. Okay, so right now we are allowing you, or rather, we are actually asking you to to seek your opinion on how you think the S&P 500 index will close for the days of this week. Okay, as you can see, voting has already started. My screen, right? So if you were to go to this page called Index Trading Rally, you'll be able to see the votes. Okay, so you have to vote and you have to comment one associated S&P 500 SocGen DLC to be eligible for the prize. Okay, so for the people who know, last week we already started with STI. Okay, so STI's results and the poll, everything is on the screen. Okay, I think for the benefit of our community, I think majority usually is right. But for the last time, for the last day on the 40th of September, I think majority seems to be wrong. Okay, so for this week, it's interesting because markets are very volatile. We're going to have the FOMC interest rate decision. So it's really up to you to let us know what your opinion of the S&P 500 really is. Okay, so this one, Index Trading Rally, go to indextradingrally.com or you just search for it. Okay, then you will be able to see and participate. Okay, just do bear in mind that if the voting of the outcome does not affect your eligibility to win the prize, okay, it's really for us to know what's your insight. Okay, so of course, right now I pass the time over to Lyn, right, where she's going to share about the S&P 500 outlook. And when you listen to her this webinar, right, you can actually scroll down here, which is called Webinars Learn and Win, right? So you can actually comment here. Okay, so once you comment on the post itself, you will be eligible to win a $200 Capitaland voucher. Of course, you need to tag one SocGen DLC, okay? Right, so we'll be selecting 5 winners. All right, so without further ado, Lyn, I pass the time over to you.
Okay, thank you, Ethan.
Yep.
Okay, so I share screen.
Yep.
Okay. There you
All right.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Very good afternoon to all of you. This is the third series of Index Trading Rally, joint organized by Investing Note and SocGen, sponsored by SGX, and I'm Lyn, founder of Lyn's Trading Club. This is my disclaimer. And this is the agenda for today. Okay, we will start off with some introduction. Yeah, and then we get to know S&P 500 a bit more in order to know what is this index is all about. And we're sharing with you the market direction and take home message for you. Yeah, before we go home. Okay, so briefly, in this high interest rate world, two things likely would be under a lot of pressure: stock and property. So trading index is a good choice, especially SocGen right now having so many DLC for you to trade, and SocGen actually started introducing index DLC, and that's why I'm here sharing with you how to trade this S&P DLC. So the understanding, you need to know what is it, the pros and cons to help you to trade better. The challenges is for you to plan your trades. Reward is your target price. Risk, when you see risk, you need to set your stop loss. Of course, methodology, how you can improve and trade better. Okay, DLC is getting popular. Yeah, why I say so? Actually, it's not I say so. It's reported by SGX, as you can see from here. Okay, so DLC actually is getting popular than stock. Yeah, so the reason because it's high risk, high reward, high risk, high reward. I'm sharing with you some of my past trading. My past trading record. This is not index, but just some of the trade I traded DLC. And as you can see, the reward is really high, but it's actually quite high risk as well. Yeah, so high risk, high reward DLC. You can see from here. Yeah, so that's why DLC is gaining popularity for both stocks and index. Okay, well, what are the factors affecting S&P? Now we are getting to know more about the factors. So I slowly bring you step by step. Yeah. So geopolitical tension. As we all know, what happened now? We have Ukraine war, and we have US and China under a lot of tension because of Taiwan. And this week, Uncle Power going to talk again, Fed meeting. Yeah, so as we all know right now, the overall market actually affected by this inflation. Yeah, so this is a very hot topic. Yeah, because people fear of recession. And not to forget, there's one very important things will affect indices. Yeah, indices including S&P. Okay, the above three are not fixed. Yeah, it tends to change. It change depending on the happenings around the world. But the season is quite consistent. Okay, unless some major event happen. Otherwise, season is quite fixed. Okay, let me start off with season. This is the chart of S&P. Let's see the fall season of S&P. I begin with spring, summer, and autumn. And this is winter. Temporarily in winter, New Year rally spring. This year we have a bit of difference because we have a Ukraine war. Yeah, and we have very severe selling in May during the summer. Yeah, and a relief rally, in autumn. So the fall season is quite fixed, unless some major things happen. Okay, so if you recall just now, one of the other things is affecting the index is inflation. Yeah. So I'll briefly tell you what is the cause of this inflation. Of course, we cannot forget Ukraine war, which caused the energy crisis and food crisis, and COVID-19 supply chain disruption, some currency valuation, devaluation, and also rising wages. Yeah, many people actually resign after COVID-19 work from home. Yeah, so to fill up the gap, actually right now, people recruit, and the person who take up the job asking for higher salary because they know inflation. Yeah, so all this actually causes the inflation. Okay, so CPI calculator. What is this all about? Okay, we take a look of the inflation number running from January. Let me show you one good example of how this inflation affecting the indices. Yeah, so from here you can see there's one very big number which happened in June. So This is the CPI number from January to July. Pay attention to June. Yeah, so June has the highest. Then what happened? Consumer prices in July suddenly down to 8.5. Wow. So they expect high, but it comes out to be lower. Immediately, the news of inflation easing sparked a relief rally. Yeah, this followed by some good sets of earnings from the stocks. So a relief rally actually in July. Yeah, and another inflation. Yeah, so we have July. Then what happened in August? Okay, so inflation rises in August. So slightly higher than expectation. Wow, then what happened? Yeah, the three indicators get punished. As you can see down, more than 3%, 3, 4, 5, the number is quite nice. Okay, so as you can see, inflation actually can affect S&P and the rest of the indices very much. So you must know this. And this is the core inflation uptrend. Okay, so the next thing I told you just now, right, Fed meeting is coming, right? Yeah, Fed meeting also affecting the indices, and you must not forget. And this week, Uncle Powell will going to say something. Yeah, so will this going to give market a kiss or a slap? That reminds me of Peter Lynch. Peter Lynch always says this: nobody can predict interest rate, the future direction of the market, economy, or anything. So what you need to do is you just need to stay focused. This is what Peter Lynch said. So we will just wait and see what is going to happen. Yeah, so you can make a prediction. Yeah, I actually did a poll in investing note. Yeah, so let's see. We have people like to short. Yeah, so majority not sure lah. So that is very common, and I quite agree. And I see the result from this poll, and it is very normal. Okay, so that's why no one really can predict. Okay, and especially this week we have Uncle Power FOMC. Yeah, so the whole world actually watching what Powell going to do this week. This is the prediction from Goldman Sachs. Source is Market Watch. It says that S&P 500 could drop 27%. Yeah, if inflation hot, right? Yeah, so that's why these are all the things you can hear right now. A lot of noises. Yeah. So if you're not sure, I suggest you just stay sideline. Yeah, I look for better information you get and decision, then you decide what is your plan. Okay. You all know already the factor, so it's good for us to know more about S&P 500. Okay, what is S&P 500? As you can see the name S&P 500, it consists of around 500 stocks in this indices. Yeah, so I actually list down all this, but I'm not going to go through with you. Yeah, overall here we have 500 stocks. That's why it named S&P 500. What I want to bring your attention to is the heavyweight. Yeah, so these are the largest component of the S&P, which directly and indirectly will affect the index, the heavyweight. So from the list, you can see Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google. Yeah. So let me share with you an example how this heavyweight affecting the indexes. Okay, this one actually happened on the 7th of September. Yeah, Johnson & Johnson, Bank of America, Netflix, Microsoft. All these stocks are bullish and go up. What happened to S&P index? Go up also. So we can see this one is the heavyweight and the index follow the heavyweight go up. Okay. Well, last Friday, everyone know FedEx made the headline. Yeah, what is the things about FedEx? FedEx tumble 21%. Wow, that's the bad news. Because worry in the fear of global demand slowdown. Yeah, so FedEx actually is kind of a barometer of the economy. The barometer of the economy. So what happened to Amazon? So Amazon closely related to FedEx. Yeah, so this one in the same sector. Amazon actually get a slap around 6% down. Yeah, so with this heavy weight, and what happened to our S&P 500? Yeah, see, FedEx stopped tumbling, then S&P traded below support. The important number 3,900 broke. Yeah, so that is quite a kind of a psychological support yeah, so broke down. Okay, so again, this one is not the first time. This is another time she broke down 3,900. Okay, so we understand quite a bit of the factors. We understand already what is S&P 500. It's time for us to know the chart because you can't trade index without knowing the chart. Okay, DLC trading methodology, I will strictly follow this two. Yeah. You must plan, okay, a detailed trade plan for intraday. How to decide long or short? Why the decision of long or short? How do you decide the entry and exit? How to avoid a bear trap? How to avoid a bull trap? How do you manage your stop loss? All these considerations you must have, okay? And this is to help you to trade, to plan your trade. And you need to prepare to hold DLC overnight. Yeah, because S&P is a little different from DLC it traded in SGX or Hong Kong side because it's US and the time zone is different. Okay, let me share with you the chart. This is the 20-year monthly chart of S&P. Okay, take a good look. If you notice, there's a similarity between these two. So if you see the similarity of these two, and this is the two peaks, okay? And the first box actually is 2008 financial crisis. Okay, are you telling, is this showing us another crisis is coming? We don't know, but the chart shows some sign. Yeah, so we need to see and we need to pay attention to the sign. Okay, what happened during 2008 financial crisis? The peak was actually in 2007. Yeah, but the name, they call it financial crisis 2007, but actually it started in 2007. If you take a closer look, yeah. So it crossed over to 2008 and only the critical support it broke, which is in 2008. The major sell-off started after the critical support broke in 2008 and lead to fierce sell-off. Okay, and it hit rock bottom in 2009. Okay, so approximately about 2 years for this from the peak until the bottom. So let's take a look of our current. So current, the peak is actually in 2022. Yeah, so 2 years from now, approximately around 2004, 2005 range. Yeah, so if this crisis really happen and only with the critical support break, yeah, the critical support is 3,500. Remember this number must break down convincingly. Yeah, must break down convincingly. By the way, the S&P 500 is down more than 16.5% year to date. Yeah, it's down more than 16.5% year to date. Okay, let's take a bit of closer look. I uncompressed the data. This is the weekly chart, 5 years weekly chart. Okay, you can see the higher she makes, the harder she falls. The higher she makes, the harder she falls. I'm not sure whether you agree with me or not. Yeah, but if let's say the critical support break down convincingly, yes, the harder she falls. Okay, so this is the daily chart and nicely trading in a down channel. Yeah, nicely trading in a down channel and hit the resistance. Heading towards lower trend line support. And the probability, if you recall just now I mentioned about Santa Rally, which is season. So the index actually now trending down. Yeah, so the probability to hit the critical support, the support which can give you another small technical rebound, a nice rally. The estimation is around November, December, which coincide with center rally. Yeah. So stock or index not moving in a straight line. Yeah, and we have a lot of things affecting. So these are all the probabilities. Okay, let's take even a closer look. Ultimately, I expect the S&P 500 index to remain under pressure, especially she has already broke 3,900 last week. Yeah, and now the immediate support is around 3,800 plus. And from here, we shall see some support. Yeah, we shall see some support after so much selling from last week. We shall see some support, and I expect this week the index will move sideways. Yeah, until because all waiting for Angka Power stock. Yeah, so this is the formation. The formation actually is bearish. Yeah, bearish formation. Yeah, so we got immediate support around 300,000 plus. Yeah, so yeah, so this one very much depending on the FOMC. Yeah, it's going to take place this week. Okay. What are the DLC offered by SocGen? Yeah, this S&P 500. Okay, we have this for too long and too short. The detail of this S&P 500, you can actually get it from SocGen website. Yeah, and yeah, I actually traded, and I can share with you the so-called trading experience from one long and one short. Okay, so I share with you my first DLC short. This S&P, which I prepared for this index trading rally. Yeah, I'm using CXDW. And this is my entry. Yeah, so the reason why I wanted to show this with you because you remember just now one segment I mentioned about DLC when you trade, you need to prepare to hold, right? Yeah, so actually I hold this for a couple of days. Why? Because I bought already, I shorted, then she went up. So she went up, yeah. Should I cut loss? So I quickly look for my resistance. Oh, okay. So she's still below the resistance. I find myself quite safe. Yeah, I find myself quite safe. So I hold it. Yeah, so until if she really break out, I'll cut. But she did not. Fortunately, she did not. Yeah, I think when we are trading in a bear market, like when you are holding shorts, yeah, pretty comfortable. Pretty comfortable. You just need to make sure that the support and resistance is not breached. So, and fortunately, she U-turned and she came down, and I managed to close my position. Yeah. Okay, so this is DLC short. Okay, let me share with you one DLC long of this here. Yeah, by the way, when we are trading S&P in our Singapore hour, which is quite different from US, because S&P trading in the night, right? So if you're trading DLC S&P, you need to use S&P 500 E-mini. Yeah, this one is the chart. Okay, so I using this CUEW S&P long. And this is my buy order. Yeah, I enter here. Okay, the reason why I long because after the fear sell off, right? After the fear sell off, I actually looking for a bounce, looking for a bounce. Unfortunately, she didn't. So I actually closed my position the next day. So you can see, I bought on the 14th and I sell on the 15th. Yeah. Why? Because she cannot break out the resistance. She cannot break out the resistance. That means don't go up, means come down already. And another reason to convince me to close my position is the low is getting lower and lower. this is the sign of losing strength. Losing strength. That's why when you long, you must buy a stock with momentum, a stock with strength. When you see the stock or the index losing strength, it tells you what is going to go down. So I quickly sell, the next day because it's already give me the sign. I'm not going up. I'm not going up. So not going up means coming down. Yeah. So I was right. Yeah. The night she actually dropped more than 1%. Yeah, and I was quite safe. Yeah, because the next day when this S&P long open dropped 2 cents down, and I was quite happy because I sold it at 22 cents, which I didn't make any profit at all, but I think I'm decisive enough. One thing you must remember, when you trade DLC, you must be decisive. You must know your chart very well. When you smell something not right, you have to close, you have to close. Okay, so Jane actually introduced Dow Jones Industrial. This one new, this one new. Yeah, and this new Dow Jones Industrial DLC came at the right time. Yeah, we have 4, 2 long and 2 short, as you can see from here, the tickers and the detail you can get from the website. Why I say it came at the right time? Because I shorted one, on the day when they launched, I shorted. Yeah, so I shorted, and that's where the waterfall came. Yeah, so it was quite nice because the short make quite a lot of percentage down. And when I do a calculation. So again, before I forget, Dow Jones future, when you wanted to trade Dow Jones DLC over at our Singapore timing, we are actually based on Dow Jones Future Mini, as you can see from the screen. Yeah. So this is important. So anytime, anything you're not sure about all this, you can always call Gen hotline. Yeah, they are very friendly to help you. Okay. So let me share with you the high risk, high reward. The high risk, high reward. So you can see the difference from the entry and exit. It is quite a lot. Yeah, it is quite a lot. And if you take the high risk to have more share, your reward and your profit definitely will go higher of the 5 times. Okay, so this is Dow Jones Index Short. I tried it. Before I end, I would like to share with you some take-home message, as I mentioned to you just now. Trading indices, especially using DLC, we always trade in shorter term. It is not advisable for you to hold, buy and hold it very long. So the best is intraday and short term. Yeah. And what you must know your chart. You must know the index stock performance. You must know, that means your TA skill must be good. Your TA skill must be good. If you think your TA skill is no good, you can come to me. I am always there to teach. Okay, I'm the educator and I'm a chartist. You can come to me. I will teach you. So, and you need to regularly review and update your chart. Number 2, you need to know the market direction very well. What do I mean by market direction? The direction meaning where are we now? Are we in a bull market or are we in a bear market? So in a bull market or a bear market, the approach is very different. And the chart also pointing towards very different. That's why you must know. Wider reading, and you have to follow very closely to the latest. That is what recommended to you. Yeah. As of now, we have geopolitics. So the geopolitical tension around the world, right now we can see like the pressure cooker in the east and the west. Yeah. So we have Ukraine war. Yeah, and we have Taiwan, because of Taiwan. Yeah, and US and China under some disagreement and some tensions. Yeah. So pay attention to the sudden changes, and you have to follow through very closely to the media reporting here. Our current economy, yeah. So right now, everyone knows that inflation is the hot topic, and inflation affects everyone's life. So keep up to date to the economy data. Just what we going to do this week, and we need to know what will be the decision from Fed of the rate decision. Yeah. So all this is very important if you wanted to trade index. So the detailed plan for intraday, I mentioned to you just now, if you remember, how to decide long or short. Why the decision of long or short? How to decide entry and exit? How to avoid a bear trap? How to avoid a bull trap? All this you can learn from Henry's law, Kelvin's law, and Dylan's law. All these actually are some of the laws we actually discover, and we test and back tested, and it is very useful. If you wanted to know more about these three laws, you can come to me. I'm always there to teach. Okay. Lyn's Training Club going into the 5th year, just in a blink of time, and our members mostly able to trade independently. The club started in 2018, and we are already close to 5 years. Yeah. And it started with a basic, now to the advanced, and I have Henry's law of momentum, and I have Dylan's law, how do you avoid traps? I have Kelvin's law of resistance and support, and I have Jolene's law of the beauty of channels. So by knowing all this, it actually helps you to trade the index very much better, because they are there to help you to see the charts better, and to understand the index better. Before I end, I wish everyone happy trading, and thank you. If you have any question, you can always come back to me. Thank you, everyone.
Right. Thanks, Lyn, for sharing. Okay, so if you tuned in late, right? So this is part of our index trading rally series of webinars, where this week's focus is actually on the S&P 500 index. So let me just share my screen quickly again on the index trading rally. Okay, so just give me a minute. All right. As you can see, this is the index trading rally page. All right. So all you got to do is go to the website events.investingnote.com/index trading rally. Okay. So this one, of course, then again, I have to emphasize the prizes, right? We have up to $5,000 worth of prizes to be given away. Okay. All you got to do is to do the poll on how the index will perform on a daily basis for the next day, and share and tag one SocGen associated DLC in the comments. Okay, then for the $200 voucher, you have to watch the entire webinar that our guest speakers have presented, and also comment in the sections and tag one DLC to be eligible to win up to $200 worth of Capitaland vouchers. Okay, so total there will be 10 winners, guys. 10 winners. All right. So bear in mind again that this challenge, right? Even if you get the poll wrong, right? It is okay, right? You will still be eligible as long as you vote and as long as you comment. Okay, so we're giving up many exciting prizes. Don't forget to vote. As you can see right now, for tomorrow's closing for S&P 500, people are actually looking at the long. Okay, so do comment here and do vote here as well. All right, so without further ado, thank you so much, Lyn, for sharing with us your trading methodology and your outlook for S&P 500.
Thank you,
Right.
everyone.
So,
Thank you, Ethan.
all right, so thanks. the link for this webinar will be on YouTube. Okay, so thank you everybody. We'll see you in the next webinar. Thanks.